And they say you couldn't make an Estus Prikle movie today. That is hogwash. All you need is a green screen and a strong aversion to fire. Yes, in the 1970s, Estus Prikle and Ron Ormond traveled to hell themselves to get this very rare footage of Satan's fiery pits. And today, well, hell hasn't changed that much since its appearance in the Spawn film. Gotta say, hell was a lot scarier when the faith-based scare films used both practical effects and heart. The film is based on the book by John Bunyan, who also wrote The Pilgrim's Progress, and is the story of Mr. Badman. Yes, his name is Shane Badman, or Badman, because Sammy Sinner would have been far too on the nose. Anyway, it's basically a hell version of something like 90 Minutes in Heaven, or Heaven is for Real, where someone has a near-death experience, then comes back a changed person. In this case, changed by the fiery pits of hell that we'll put in post. I remember getting rocked with this trailer in 2022, wanting to immediately see this in theaters, but at the time it was only set to play in Phoenix. But now you can see it on the Tim Che Films YouTube page. Sold! As the film's director, Timothy A. Che has hit every subgenre you'd think, like hip, faith-based sports films slamma-jamma, biblical epics like David and Goliath, a rapture film, a courtroom thriller about suing the devil, interviewing the Antichrist. I hear Nikolai Carpathia is hard to nail down for an interview. He also made the groundbreaking film about what happens when you fake defunk. And Journey to Hell makes me want to see all of those movies. If you need some preparation, the movie will start out with a quote. Whoa, I hardly saw the first half of the quote. Get Freddy Krueger in here. He would have held on to the quote for longer. How do I know what I'm saving? Is it half off on the super hip soundtrack?
I got drip. Thousands on my wrist, I spend thousands on my kicks. Making money brings me bliss.
Far be it from me to take away the street cred of Journey to Hell, but these lyrics need to be humbled.
Life is good, crazy, wild. Man, I love this lifestyle. Friends rich like I am.
Pureflix's Christmas Carol is down with the shizzy. This movie is shot in sideways hat vision. The lyrics actually say, I don't love the Lord, I love my life. That's right, Shane is able to stand on the beach and watch endless surfing stock footage. Take all the travelogue royalty-free shots you need. As long as you show the Hollywood sign, that means it's gonna have a blockbuster budget. I mean, look at this sound editing.
Hey, you know what, guys? Let's call it a day and grab a Coleman at Duke's.
What? But we haven't even started talking yet! The credits actually were important to the plot. I guess this is supposed to be Shane falling in the water, meaning there's been a surfing accident. Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine. Who among us hasn't been stung by a jellyfish?
We're gathered here today to celebrate the life.
This escalated quickly. How am I supposed to be sad? He hasn't even had any lines yet, and all the guests at his funeral had to be green screened in.
Shane Badman. We all knew him as a dynamic businessman.
I can't get over that damn name. The most on-the-nose character name since Christian White in Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas. The eulogy gives us all the exposition we need. He's married, and he's buried with what he loves best, the continuing opening credits. He has gone to the bad place, though, a world where Estus Prikle works on a local TV commercial budget. At least it seems quiet here.
Excuse me, can you please tell me where I am?
Dude, you're at Ozfest 2022! Grab a beer and start rocking! You know you're in hell when it's so quiet that you can easily talk in a whisper. There may be fire and people walking aimlessly, but none of it is letting out a single sound. He's not even breaking a sweat. And really, a lot of the fires look like they've been put out. But the worst part of hell...
Woo!
movies paced with a 6 days earlier. Sure, it would have been nice to actually know a little bit about the character first before he went to hell, but who am I to judge the story pacing of every modern-day bad movie? Even the movie doesn't care about this scene because we jump right back into hell.
Please, I just need a little water.
That'll be $6 a bottle. No! Look at how thirsty he is. Not a single sweat stain on him, but we assure you it's hot here. It doesn't take long to find a dictator or a topical reference.
How come you did not get COVID-19?
Wait, I've seen your picture before. You were that famous communist dictator in China.
You toss one chef off a bridge for not making your frozen pizza correctly, and suddenly I'm doomed to hell. Shane's reacting to this like anyone would.
Now this is really crazy. Most bizarre dream ever.
Oh man, I knew I shouldn't have knocked off that bank in a Nixon mask. He even asks to see the supervisor, then is questioned by staff because he missed the orientation. It sounds like I'm kidding, I'm actually being serious. Oh, I know what's happening here. He's simply going through initiation of his new frat. It all makes sense now. Shane assures them he's a Christian and shouldn't be there. Yeah, but your last name is bad, man. Case closed. They tell him the 3 stages of hell: denial, shock and tears, and resignation. He's too confused to say that's 4 things. And we got another flashback to get to where he's making partner at his firm. All the crew members are there to serve as extras.
I don't play around. We are gonna wipe the floor with our competitors, and we're not gonna stop until we own them.
Shane is the best at the businessy business side of his business. And
Sweep the leg. No mercy.
he's fully stocked with quotes from better movies. And don't hold on to clapping too long. Well, that scene also died out and went to hell. Shane may have made partner, but he's still sad.
I finally understand Kevin Durant when he said he was still empty after winning the NBA championship.
Go back to the movie quotes. I don't know your sports talk. The dialogue is just characters describing themselves. Like, nothing satisfies you. You're always like this. I'm not satisfied. I want more. But we have so much money.
Why don't we use some of it to serve the Lord?
I'm good, Hannah. I can't be serving the Lord right now.
I got things to do today. Burger King released new chicken wraps. Gonna go grab one. He is a little humble. He's rich, lives in a fancy house, but goes to a small church you'd see in a Deep South movie, with another set of crew members serving as extras. Look, if you're not even gonna have a real background at this church, we're just gonna show up in t-shirts like the people behind us. Even mentioning hell, Shane is like, ugh, no, bullshit. Why is he even here? Can you believe this place? Could be eating a chicken wrap right now. But in hell, he's finally made it to orientation, which is as scary as checking into a summer camp.
You're probably thinking this is some kind of horrible nightmare. But it's not. It's real.
Don't mind my makeup. It's November 1st, the Day of the Dead. I love how they have names, too. Watch when they have another crier.
Cry once more, and Rufus will shut you up.
Rufus is the bad boy of hell.
Rufus!
Oof, someone needs to report Rufus to Human Resources. Here's where they find out that they are in hell.
Raise your hands if you've ever heard the name Jesus Christ. Then that's why you're here. Because you heard his name and did nothing about it.
What the heck, man? I went to go see Passion of the Christ. I even reviewed it. Already, this is repetitive. There's several scenes of people saying, I'm not even supposed to be here today. And another scene of a guy saying he wants some water. I'm cool with more Rufus scenes, though.
Rufus!
Rufus is the ogre of the demons. We're gonna have to watch this entire Q&A session, aren't we?
Any more questions?
Is there an appeal process?
Why are you complaining? At least you got to bring your sunglasses. And now we have another speech from Shane, where again, he is very good at businessy business.
We've also got to extend the death penalty to all credit card scammers and thieves of all types. Am I right?
Okay, what the hell does he do? I'm confused about your job, honey. I thought you were a lawyer, but then you also set death penalty regulation? Please, put it in Bible speak, dear.
You say you're a Christian, but where are your fruits?
Well, I made a smoothie, damn it. Even Christ rocked a kickin' set of abs when giving his sermons. Let's take a break. These characters will never feel like real people. It's okay that I step away for a second. And if you want to see videos like this early and get a jump start on hell, support us over at Patreon at patreon.com/thecinemasnob, where you can see our episodes in advance, take part in AMAs, and vote in our polls too. Head over to patreon.com/thecinemasnob and support us there. We're back, people.
We're in a real spiritual battle right now. And most Christians aren't even aware of it.
Calm down, millionaire. I'm going out. By the way, the fruit's right there. It's all you care about. He's hitting the beach, being the most famous partner at whatever business tower.
You look so familiar. Do you work at the Century Towers?
Why, yes, I am Iron Fist. Even God would be okay with his flirting. After all, the chemistry is far better with these two, and they're actually conversating instead of this happening.
Maybe we could read a couple chapters of scripture in the morning before you go to work?
How did you and I even end up together, let alone get married? She's not even the least subtle character here.
As John Bunyan wrote in his classic A Journey to Hell,
smooth advertising. Read the book before you see the movie, or see the movie then read the book since you're already here. And then Shane complains again. Just don't go to church, dude.
This guy's gotta get with the program. He's already talked about hell. We get it.
Oh, is the minister being repetitive? So he's perfect for this film. Shane's got much better people to listen to who are also rich.
I mean, that's why I love guys like Jesse Duplantis.
The guy with $100 million planes?
He's obviously blessed by God.
Funny, that's what the Pharisees said back in the day.
You're right, dear. Anyway, here's $1,000 for today's shopping spree. Call the maid and tell her we'll be late. After another scene of Shane being a stern businessman and his wife walking on frame to give him shit, now we're caught up to his friends finding that he's drowned. Who the hell are you people? I've never seen you in any other scene. I'm glad we're back in hell, personally, because in a movie with nothing but perfect shots, this is the most perfect shot. Hell Day 2. They have their daily duties of throwing rocks on the fire, but at least the rocks don't seem so hot. They're able to pick them up with their bare hands. And we get another historical celebrity cameo.
Who are you, anyway? I'm Nero, the greatest emperor Rome has ever seen.
Can't you tell by Nero's distinct Midwest accent? Honestly, I can't wait to see where this movie goes. I'm okay with this having an hour left. It has the best cast list I've ever seen. Hitler, Zodiac Killer, Mass Shooter, Nigerian Prince, and the best, just Democrat. What? Before all of that, though, we gotta meet Pastor Jack first.
Who are you? Who am I? They call me Pastor Jack around here.
The names are the best part. The scene itself is yet another scene of a character telling him why he's in hell, mixed in with something hilarious.
Where do I sleep? I'm exhausted.
Fool, you never sleep!
But occasionally you can sneak in a nap when the demons leave the break room. Don't nap yet, or you'll miss this cameo.
I know who you are. You're Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, so was it.
Damn it, and I forgot my Grail diary for him to autograph. Can we stay with Hitler? Because the rest is another scene where he says, I don't belong here. Is there someone I can talk to? No, you fool, and please don't add any new effects.
We're here to those rules if you know what's good for you.
Those wings are pretty funny, but the rest is yet more dialogue of him saying, why am I here? I was a Christian! And then an awkward cut.
Come, let me show you something.
Yes, stock footage of the opening credits, I've seen it. But what we haven't seen yet is the movie get all meta. Here's what happens when Shane and his wife go to a bad faith-based movie.
The acting was bad, the special effects were horrible, it was low budget, you could tell that all the way.
Well, some of that may be true, but it's still winning people to Christ, Shane.
Oh man, I can't make fun of it now that it had a self-aware joke. I actually feel bad for Shane. He can't even complain about loud music without this happening.
Can't they play some Mozart or something?
Hey! Didn't the Bible say to love your neighbor?
Oh, are you religious? I hadn't noticed. She even gives him shit for getting a new car as a gift.
It's just that this car could have gone to provide medical care for those suffering from COVID in Africa or...
Uh-huh. So, guess you'll be moving out of your large house and into a tent soon, right? At least Shane is honest about who he is. She, however, is the biggest self-righteous hypocrite in the film. Get to someone more likable, like the dictators.
That is Kim Il-sung, the North Korean dictator.
That's weird. He looks more like the YouTube critic reviewing the movie. It's nice of them to finally give him a tour of hell. They're leaving the fiery pits, and now he's at the not-so-bad level, where people just simply didn't know of Christ, but are doomed to hell anyway. Among other reasons, too.
That's the guy that stole your debit card and charged $3,000.
Now I want to know that guy's story. I'm okay with this exposition dialogue.
Hi, I'm the Nigerian prince. Can you help me get $10 billion out of my royal bank account?
Well, at least he looks happy, I guess. I love that there's a separate section for telemarketers and minor inconveniences.
That's the smartphone executive that slowed down your iPhone so that you had to buy a newer iPhone every year.
I also put the buttons too close together so you always take a picture of your screen by accident. Can we just get to the part where this is all a dream? Now it's time for the lowest level. How is Shane in a lower level than Hitler? Who else is down here?
Do you remember the Columbine Massacre?
Oh god, where are we going, movie?
Welcome to the Sick Piece of Trash Club. Guess we're family now.
Why are the Columbine shooters talking like they're selling weed outside of a school in a Just Say No ad? Or like 80s movie bullies?
Loser! Hey, anytime you want to go.
Let's go!
See, what did I tell you? I'm not ashamed. Could have been far worse. He again asks for water, and again the demon says, "What does this look like, a 7-Eleven?" That's really what he says. I'll take that reference over some of these others, though.
It's like being in the World Trade Center during 9/11. I can't take it.
When your movie takes Never Forget a step too far. Great, who in the hell is this supposed to be?
This is Mr. Judas Iscariot.
What? No, you fool. I'm Scott. I'm from New Jersey. Why would you make that mistake? Guess I'll just leave you here. I'll be up by the ceiling, by the chandelier. It doesn't work too well, but you can see enough, right? At least he doesn't have anyone else down here causing a bunch of racket. Sadly, he has one more day left of being a douchebag.
Wow. What about loving your neighbor, man?
My wife said the same thing. Are you two having an affair? Oh god, no! Your wife is a real wet blanket, dude. Let's get back to our business. Scoping out stock establishing shots if we need to make some credits for a sequel. And in case you're not aware that Shane's a jerk, here is the standard homeless man scene that's in all of these films.
Take a shower, clean your filthy clothes, get a job, and stop taking drugs, okay?
Hey, I actually woke up early to style my hair. I've got the nicest hair of all the homeless people here. The more he talks, maybe he does belong with the dictators.
If I was a dictator, the first thing I would do is take cockroaches like that cretin and exterminate all of them.
Wow, Shane, gotta say, you're being a little Hitlery right now. Now come on, man. Let's grab some coffee from the machine. It can't even stop there. They made it home after stopping somewhere along the way to change clothes. I love how you could replace Shane's co-worker with his wife and you wouldn't have to change a word of dialogue, like when someone dents his car.
You know who's doing this? Teenage gangs.
Come on, man. Whoever did this just needs Christ, man.
You say that about everyone. Someone keeps stealing my mail. Well, maybe they just need Christ. Anyway, in another perfect shot. Wait, what is this now? This mega church is based! Not only is it speaking to Shane, it is speaking to all the digitally added people behind him. Like in hell, they don't have to yell because there's only 5 people there.
Spirit is telling me there's a man of faith here tonight who will write me a check for $10,000.
I got you right here, Denny. Right here.
Ugh, that was supposed to be next month's shopping money. I imagine God does want them to be a little rich. Then the special effects wouldn't be so bad in this scene of characters just sitting and talking. Now he's been down here for 1,000 years and is just as plucky as he was on the second day, only a little more dirty is all.
Hey, you were in my orientation.
I never forget a face, even after 1,000 years. And he still holds a grudge against the megachurch pastor who is also there.
Are you gonna remind me for the 10 millionth time about the $10,000 you gave me?
We're in hell. Pettiness is all we have to pass the time. Even the demons are tormenting him about his wife being in heaven. I'm just saying, you'd think he'd be used to all of this after the first year, let alone 1,000. He's even still learning the rules, like how they're not allowed to be friends in hell. They are slow at giving out the rules, but he does get to solve some cold cases.
That's the Zodiac Killer. Remember.
Well, we can close the book on this case, I guess. That's the Zodiac Killer. Who knew he was Rainn Wilson all this time?
Do you have any remorse now?
Watch your back, fool. I may just whack you in here.
What? We're already dead? The Zodiac Killer is really stupid. There's more true-life killers here than a Netflix playlist. Look at this.
That's the Las Vegas shooter.
Oh, dude.
You have a big mouth. You could be next.
Also, the Vegas shooter was a hillbilly in Deliverance, I guess. This movie is the Avengers of shitty direct-to-video serial killer movies. Then he finally realizes why he's in hell, which looks like it's making the demon orgasm for whatever reason. You need to borrow one of my socks, bro? He's only got 4 hours left before hell. That's enough time to go for a jog, shower, eat, and talk about his latest deal, where he got a $20 million commission. And I forget, is his wife religious?
Maybe now we can quit this rat race and really devote our time to the Lord.
Are you kidding me? I'm buying a boat. Why would he be shocked that this is her reaction to him getting money? She's never heard a piece of good news that she couldn't spin to make herself feel superior. Get back to hell with another hilarious title card.
I wonder who got my Porsche.
It's been 20,000 years again with the Porsche. It's taken that long, but they seem pretty chill now, just kicking back, relaxing, enjoying the sunset. Didn't he have his come to Jesus moment 19,000 years ago? Oh well, Pastor Jack has a Family Guy setup where he really says, "Oh yeah, but what about that time this happened?"
Hey again. You remember me?
Again, this couple makes more sense than Shane and his wife Hannah. Thanks for reminding me of that story. That was worth all of these millennia in hell. Then he finds out that not only did he partake in other sins like gambling in a fake casino, but many people there were also the demons he met.
The house always wins.
No! Don't be weird, movie. I don't think that you're that self-aware. If anything, it's starting to feel like a high school drama.
That was Hannah's sister's boyfriend. He told Hannah all about the things you did at that blackjack table.
The hell? What a narc! Oh well, that was a long time ago. Hannah's long dead. Let's take a break. I'm getting the feeling he'll never learn the true meaning of Christmas.
Back to Church, the greatest collection of gospel hits ever offered. 3 full-length albums filled with #1 hits, like the award-winning Mississippi Mass Choir.
We're back where they find out that it weakens the demons when they perform an act of selflessness, like Shane offering to take Jack's punishment. Seems like an important plot point, though how hasn't this happened sooner? And why is it never mentioned again? Instead, we get yet another flashback. We needed an extra scene where he's offered to go to church. A character quotes scripture to him, then Shane rolls his eyes. Only in this scene, Shane actually fires him. But what? It's Christmas! No, really, it is.
What is more important than celebrating Christmas Eve at church?
God damn it, we spend every other day in church! We know where this is going next.
I want a divorce. I can't take it. You're too fanatical.
Shane's a prick, but I kinda don't blame him on this one. But one more for the faith-based movie bingo card, the country music montage, where homeless guy is still homeless, Michael's still unemployed, and the bag of clothes still stuffed with Shane's dirty undies. Wow, my life is really less stressful now. I'm glad Michael and Hannah aren't around. Hello? There's a second Samuel? Who am I supposed to feel morally superior to now? Alright, montage is over and time to party. Woohoo, the 50,000th anniversary of Burning Man! The best one yet! You probably could have taken away those title cards and said that this is all within a week. It'd make the most sense, but the title cards are hilarious. Just like it's hilarious when the demons, Hitler, the mass shooters, and everyone else all show up to kick Shane's ass. How are you the biggest asshole in hell? You're a real party killer, Shane. Let's get him!
Let's beat him up! I give you a taste of my Chinese kung fu!
I wish this movie was a parody. It already looks like the same exact hell from Jesus, bro. It has to be the same universe. He's a more business-savvy version of the Rickhead, and also romantically linked to someone who only talks about scripture. But you know what was missing in the Gospels, though?
He asked you to spread the gospel, but you're more interested in the Kardashians.
A Kardashians reference. Then we could have converted an entire generation of youngsters to Christ. I think they're gonna send him back to heaven just because his come to Christ moment has lasted tens of thousands of years. Get to the wildly predictable twist. Oh, was it all a dream? Didn't see that coming. Oh my god, you guys, get me to the FBI immediately. I know who the Zodiac Killer is. Oh Lord, I gotta find my wife. Yes, I'm still gonna divorce her. I just want to keep the Bibles is all. Also, Merry Christmas, apparently. Somehow this rekindling feels worse than the couple from Getting It On ending up together. Look at how happy they both look. Save us a spot at the first church of the green screen, Lord. Ugh, he was more fun when he was a sinner. He makes it right with everyone, like giving his car to Michael, changing his last name to Goodman, and...
You're a real friend. And I'm making you vice president.
Okay, that line was added in post. Listen to that ADR again.
You're a real friend. And I'm making you vice president.
It looks like they forgot that Shane fired him and then thought, oh, wait, he has to be rehired. He can't just be given a car. He even gives the homeless man a job too. You'll be my favorite food taster. Is this movie about over? That's why I like the Cristiano movies better. They do these same plots, but in a half hour or 45 minutes. I think this is supposed to be sinister when he sees the demons, but at least he has proof it wasn't just a dream. Well, baby, hell really does exist. Let's get back to church immediately. Gotta say, between the Grim Reaper and the Burning Hell, Ron Ormond was far better at pacing these movies. And there was something about the snuff film quality that made their disturbing message far more effective. We didn't know his genius till it was far too late. The movie has a lot of unintentionally funny things about it, but it's funny stuff that's basically repeated in a 15-minute cycle all throughout. The best parts are the cameos, which is like a serious version of the Bruceploitation movie, where Bruce Lee went to hell and fought the Godfather and the Man with No Name. Hell, even a hell-based South Park episode gets its points across better and quicker. But I went into this knowing it would be chock full of material to work with, and it was. It's like a movie that's played straight, but respectfully knows what the reviews will be. Thanks for watching, people. Subscribe to our channel today and click the notification bell, and you will also not receive any free water.
Leave me alone, you American swine!